In 6.2, we're going to basically just solve some percentage questions. And they're all going to be, it's just going to be the same types of questions over and over. You just need to put them in the right form. They're going to be worded a few different ways. So one is, what is 60% of 320? So do these as, change these into math problems. So what is going to be your x, is equal sign, 60%. If you remember, whenever I said that if you have a number that's a percentage, you put it over 100, so 60 over 100. The word of always means times, and then 3 times 320. And now it's just 60 divided by 100 times 320 equals 192. The next way that it might be written is 15%, or 150 is what percent of 270. So here's another way to write it. So 150 is equal, what percent means x over 100, of means times 270. So now to solve for x, we're going to multiply both sides by 100 and divide both sides by 270. And basically, it'll have 15000 equals 270x. Divide both sides by 270. And we're going to get 55.6 equals x. So that's how you'll do ones like this, where it has a number is what percent. Just have the number equals x over 100 times whatever the one is. Multiply both sides by 100, and then divide by the number that you have for the of. Next way is 140 is 70% of what number? So again, we're just going to say 140 is equal 70 over 100, and it's times x. So now we're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which is 100 over 70. And we're going to get 2 times 100 is 200 equals x. So when you have them like this, that a number is some percent of what, you're going to say the number equals the percent over 100, x, and then you're just going to multiply both sides by 100 over whatever number they give you. The next way to write it is, what number is 20% of 40? So this is just like the first one, but it just says what number instead of what is. So we're just going to say x equals 20 over 100 times 40, and so x will equal 8. The next way may be 1% of 280 is what number? So this is basically the same thing except written backwards. So we're going to say 1 over 100 of, which is times 280 equals x, is equal. So it's just here 100 divided, or 280 divided by 100, 2.8 equals x. So those are the ways that you will that they'll be worded. All of them will be in one of those forms. You just need to put it into the right type of equation. But then there's going to be some that are easy. if you need to find 10% of something, you just need to move the decimal over 1 to the left. And we did this is just an easy way to do it. So if you have 10% of 50, just move the decimal over 1 spot, and the answer is 5. The 10% is easy. If you need to find 5% of something, you just need to divide the 10% answer by 2. If you need to find 20% of something, divide the 10%, or no, multiply the 10% by 2. If you need to find 15% of something, just find the 10% plus 5%. And those are some easy ways to do a few percentages: the 10, 5, 20, and 15. Again, for 20%, find 10% and then multiply it by 2. If you need to find 5%, first find 10% and divide it by 2. And for 15%, find the 10% and also the 5% and add those together. And again, the 10%, you just move the decimal 1 spot to the left. And that is it for 6.2.